right.
Okay, there you go. Round review. We are leaping into round 20. We are in the third trimester of the Rugby League, which is fantastic, Brian. Jesus, skating by. Seagulls 44 defeat the Knights 6. Was it 44-6 or 44-0?
Yeah, they got one meaty.
At the end.
Yeah, they got one
44-6. Tommy Turbo back at fullback. Now, Brian, can I just ask you this off the get-go?
Gordon.
If this is a gettable season, I feel like this is a pinchable sort of year. If it is this team here...
Manly.
Oh, mate. Like Lehigh Hopewadi turning up.
Yeah.
Tommy Talau is airborne. You've got Garrick playing the best football of his life. Saab's fit, flying. Tommy Turbo, Daly Cherry Evans. Jamie Humphreys' debuts had an absolute cracker, scored with his second touch. He can play hooker. Olakawa too.
Well, if every game was a brookie, I'd be very, very keen.
Yeah.
They're just a different side there, aren't they? No, I don't think they can win the comp. No.
Okay, well, let me ask you this in another way. If it's a 4-horse race, the Broncos are gone, aren't they?
Gone.
Melbourne Storm, Roosters, Panthers, insert fourth. Most likely to win the comp. Is it them?
You know what? I think the Bulldogs. Can do something.
Yeah, they can. That's true.
They seem to be. Well, they've got the second best defence. Actually,
Correct.
it might even be they're not far away from Penrith. So let's have a look here. They're 20 points differential.
Let me show you. Yeah, that's right. They've got the second best.
Second best.
And I will be tipping them against the Cowboys this week. I know Max King's out. Cowboys got those backing up, but I'll get back to that. The big stat is, Brian, they are number one in the comp for, this is better than Penrith, better than everyone. The amount of tackles you need inside their 20 to score, they are the number one.
They scramble very well.
Shawnee the Trader loves that stat.
Yep.
So you need to be there for basically 3 sets inside their 20 before you can get a try. That is elite. So you have to be playing finals with that. I was saying a month ago, you have to be playing finals. If you're doing that type of thing on your own goal line, they have to be playing finals. They can get themselves, I honestly believe the Bulldogs, they can get themselves to a prelim.
Well, they can. They're averaging 13 odd points a game. Their attack, we've discussed this many times before, but they put so much effort into their defence that they can win games. And they've got Stephen Crichton, they've got guys, they've got Connor Tracy who can score a try by themselves. Kiraz. They can just do something.
Burton.
But if you're just if you're only letting in 13 points a game, it puts you straight into the game.
You can win finals 16-13.
Correct.
16-12.
And they can jag a try.
Yeah.
They can jag a try. They haven't really hit their straps in their attack, but I don't think they need to.
So if there was a prelim, Canterbury versus Manly.
I think Canterbury would ball them out of it and win.
They just commit to the 80 minutes and say, you boys will bail out. We're going to stay
It's
here.
the Penrith mentality. You can see the way they defend. It's come from Cameron Serralda. It's identical.
Yep.
They rush up. They do so much work off the ball that you don't see.
Are they the 5, though? Where are the Sharks? Where are the Sharks in this?
They're the opposite in the sense that they just sort of have lost their way a little bit in defence. Sure, they can score. You know, they've got talent everywhere.
Yep.
Their back three is very, very talented.
Back three is very good.
I just don't think at the moment, the Dogs are believing in their defence. They're enjoying their defence. And if you've got that, you're very hard to beat.
I've studied the Penrith defensive system, and Canterbury are doing exactly the same thing. The way that where Connor Tracy places himself on the goal line, he always goes short side, right? Which, by the way, Brian, alert to the rest of the competition, whether it's Dylan Edwards or Connor Tracy on the short side, they don't want to be there. They are a mirage. So take them on. If you see Connor Tracy or Dylan Edwards parked on the short side, their thought process, as soon as they pass the ball, I've got to get behind the line, right? Yeah. So run at them. No one does it.
Run at them.
No one does it. And no one copies their theory. Why don't they copy them?
Don't know. Here we got this.
They're number 1 and 2.
We've got one here. No name. You blokes have no idea. Manly will pump Canterbury.
Would pump Canterbury? Mate, I think you've got to respect defence. I don't know where I stand on it, but all I know is that Tommy Turbo, Daly Cherry Evans in a big game, I'd be tempted to go there, but I can understand defence. The only thing I'd say, Brian.
Yep.
That's the
Well,
only
it's
thing
been
I'd say.
proven over years and years and years. And years.
Luke Brooks, after all this time, years and years and years, speaking about years and years and years, he's eyeing a maiden finals
I hope
appearance.
so. I would like to see him.
Very funny by you last night too, by the way. I saw 5 minutes of the show and it was you interviewing Brooksy.
Talking about his Barbie.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Can you believe the Dolphins are still hanging in? He's a marvel. He's an absolute marvel.
Simple. Him like Gibbo.
Simple recipe.
Just you got to be super fit. You're not happy with that? Ta-da. He's got a way to get everyone super fit. And you know what? You know how Madge was on before?
Yep.
And he mentioned Andrew Gray. Andrew Gray.
Physio.
No, Andrew Gray's high performance.
Okay. He was a physio, though.
He might have been a physio, but he also came up with technology for the EPL and about monitoring things, and he's a great fella. But he got him involved in the New Zealand camp. He's got him involved in the Blues camp.
That's why you're very bullish.
The high performance person, you could be the greatest coach in the world, but if your players aren't in mint condition, which Wayne clearly puts a premium on that.
Yep.
Clearly. And they scrap and they sign scrappers.
I still think Melbourne chooks.
Yeah, but Melbourne's been what a great story. They just haven't. Melbourne have not had Munster. They've not had Nelson for parts. They've not had Pap for parts.
Yeah.
And they're still leading
They're
by
4 points in front.
I know.
They know how to get it done. Jerome Hughes, if he's not Dally M this year, I'm not here.
He's got to be right there.
He has to win.
Yeah, he's got.
And if he doesn't win,
yep.
I don't know what I'll do. I might have to run into Lucifer again.
He's
or Satan. I didn't
which-
like him on Thursday
or do
night.
both.
He was a real prick.
On Thursday night.
Oh, Jesus, he's bad.
How was he Friday night?
Friday night, he had the little angel came over and was just sitting on my left shoulder.
Yeah.
And he was on the right shoulder. I was just going, Boos, get off. I was flicking him off like a bit of dandruff.
And then do you tell Britt that Lucifer
No.
turn up? No.
No, because then Brit's...
How does Lucifer...
She's cunning. She's cunning. She's rat cunning. So she rings me at about knowing that, where am I?
Yeah, Kobe's
So-
rat cunning too.
So what I did, I got up purposely about 8 o'clock
Yep.
and just took the dogs out the front.
Yeah.
So, because Britt would have, she called me on the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And then...
WhatsApp for vision or...
Yeah, for vision.
Yeah.
For vision. So then, I'm saying I'm just down the park.
Yeah.
But really, I just strategically put myself
Yeah.
in front of a tree
Yes.
that looked like a park.
Yeah.
So I was just holding it like that. Yeah, I'm going good. And I had sunnies on.
Yeah.
So I
Sunny's on at 9 o'clock at
So
night.
I didn't look. That was 8. I got up real early.
Oh.
And then as soon as I hung up, I just went back to bed and just went,
Oh, the next day you're talking about?
yeah, in the morning
Oh,
of.
so she didn't ring you the night of?
No.
No.
No, because she knows the rort the next day.
Yes.
Because if I just lay it down all week
Yeah.
and order salt and pepper prawns, she knows I'm home.
Okay. Dragons 30 defeat the Broncos 26. 6 straight losses for the Broncos. Western Webb of the Tatiana, they are gonskis. I'm not even entertaining it. If you need to win X amount to make the finals,
do it.
then you've got to win 4 in a row. Ta-da. It's not going to happen. You had your chance last year. Injuries, origin duty, it's played a part. But
Do you think maybe the young it went to their heads a little bit?
Definitely.
Do you think like last year was perfect?
Yeah.
They had no injuries.
Yep.
And I just keep going on and on about you need a good kicking game.
Yep.
You have to have
Yep.
in this level and have a look at the Isaiah Katoa.
Yes.
His kicking game.
Yep.
I don't know what he's been doing.
No.
But did you see the kick where he landed it in the in goal by about 6 inches?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
He didn't need to. It was tackle 3.
Yep.
He just saw it for a 20-year-old.
I know.
My head's
20, Brian.
My head falls off
20.
because I can just imagine when you've got a young halfback and you've got all these old forwards and they want the ball and he's going, nah, go away.
Yep.
I'm a 20-year-old. He's 21 next year.
Yeah.
He is the Michael.
Okay. I spoke about the defensive qualities of the Bulldogs, about inside their own 20, the number 1.
Yeah.
When you've got Matt Burton kicking the ball 60 metres, not only do you have him at the other end, you don't have him inside your 20 that much.
Yeah.
That's why you're right. They're going to be there. Chromie tourist, Chromie.
Look down the barrel, Crower. You've got to look down the barrel.
Okay.
It's a new rort we've got. Look down the bottom of the camera.
Bulldogs fans.
And put your fingers together like you're doing your little odds thing on the footy show.
How do I do it?
Like this.
Like this. Oh, like that, yeah.
Just
You taught me that to keep
Yeah,
my
no,
hands
practice
still.
in here because I saw the weather ladies do it.
Bulldogs fans, Your premiership is coming when a young Mitchell Woods turns up in the halves. You'll have Mitchell Woods on one side. You'll have Matthew Burton on the other side.
Woodsy.
And there'll be no further questions, Your Honour. You'll just dominate field position and you'll win your first premiership, which I think, quote me right now, what's the year? 2024? In 2026, the Canterbury Bulldogs will win the comp. Mitchell Woods will do a daily Cherry Evans and win the comp in his first full year.
Big crow.
He's got
Big
the
crow.
AFL. He's got the AFL background, traceable. You've got Burton doing this. That's when it's going to happen. Bulldogs, be patient. Enjoy the ride in the meantime. But it's coming your way. Brian, thoughts?
Yeah, break them back with more. No breaking
No
back
breaking
with
back
more.
with more.
Okay.
Let's go on with this. Cam Smith on the Broncos. Here's what he had to say with Vossi and Brandy.
The difference in the Broncos this year to last year, well, start with number one. They had a fully fit side pretty much the entire season last year. But this year, like they've had Walsh out, they've had Haas out, Reynolds has hardly played. But that's not an excuse because they've got a very, very strong lineup. I had the Broncos as premiership favourites. Coming off the back of the grand final loss, I thought they'd just kick and go to another level, but they just haven't. And it looks as though there's a bit of a mindset within the football team that it's just going to happen for them. When they walk out in the field this year, it's like what happened last year, it's just going to happen for them again. But the difference is they were willing to work hard for those results last year. This year just doesn't seem that way. When you have to win 6 of your last 7, I think it might be a little bit too difficult for them to make it now.
Okay, forget about the Broncos. We spoke about the Broncos. Dragons. Where are the Dragons at, Brian?
Yeah, I do hope they make the 8. They've certainly improved out of sight. I just keep thinking of the 100-odd points that Chook scored against them.
Yeah.
130 points. They're getting better, definitely. Like, Fleno, he's a great coach, Fleno. He's got them playing for each other. Yeah, they're not going to threaten the premiership.
Okay, yeah, but they can sneak into the finals, perhaps.
Can sneak into the 8.
Well done, Shane Flanagan, on what they've achieved so far. Plenty more games still to get through. It is the run home with Joel and Fletch. Don't forget to say 1300 01 1170. The round of 19, Brian. The Titans 24 defeated the Eels 16. Jaden Campbell, Michael.
Yeah, at 6, he's found his spot.
Yep.
You cannot move him from there. I thought it was going to be 50
3 try assists.
after they just went bang, 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 18 zip up.
Yep.
Your man, Carl Pereira.
Yep.
Is there a chance of playing rep footy?
It's a bit like the Fox,
Yeah.
and even the Fox who had played so much rep footy, more and more it's become about the big carry at the backfield.
Correct, yeah.
But he has scored 15 tries in his last 10.
Yeah, he scores, doesn't he?
Oh,
He scores as soon as he gets the ball. Jaden Campbell's the Mickey. Who else played?
should we make a story here right now? Saab versus Khan Pereira. Have we ever seen a quicker matchup in the history of the game? Have we? Saab versus Khan Pereira. I'm daring we have not seen ever a quicker matchup.
What about Lee Odenryan versus Shane Werrett?
They'd be playing together, wouldn't they?
And when he went to the Warriors.
Okay, we'll check that out.
Check that
Maybe. If you're a Sharkies fan, you love 58 points to 6. Atkinson and Trindle. Where are the Sharkies at, Brian? That's a big win.
They look really, really good. No disrespect to the Tigers, but Benji probably said it best when he said, look, this game's simple. You just got to run and tackle harder than the opposition, and we didn't. So, is it fool's gold? Are the Sharks back?
I think they're back. I think they're back. Mulatalo scores. I can't believe this. His first ever hat trick.
Look good.
First ever hat trick, which means he passes Rat for the all-time try scorer at the Sharks.
Oh, Rat won't like that.
He's into 4th position for the Sharkies. Who would be number 1 there? E.T. Who'd be the other 2?
Peach?
Peach might be there. And who's the third wheel? We'll find that out. Ronaldo Militalo scored 36 tries in his past 32 games at Shark Park. Will Kennedy. Now, this is the thing. Brian. I'm very big on this. Ideas committee.
Yep.
We have to have a suspension model where you can defer if it's a weak sentence. For example, if this happened in a prelim final, Will Kennedy knocking the ref, so he's going to take the early plea and cop a week off.
Yep.
As Jerome Hughes did the same thing. In this circumstance, they miss a grand final. Seriously. We need to have, for the minor offences, the offences that aren't serious, and they're also not premeditated. They're not intentional. We need to have the ability to defer a sentence.
Well, when we speak to the judge,
yeah,
can we ask him that?
Yeah,
that was it. That I could not get over. That's not a fine. We brought the fine system in for this exact reason.
But you can't have people missing a grand final for a regulation 1 week suspension.
I think they would take that in consideration. I really do. I think if this was a prelim final and this thing happened, they would change. The match review committee would say, right, it's a fine.
Would it depend on the profile of the player?
You would think not.
But why not? But more to the point, say, for example, Will Kennedy, hypothetically, they're playing a game they've got to win this week, right? And then the next week they've got a quite a game. Why not give them the ability to – we want the big games to be big. Give them the chance to defer it a week. For the minor penalties, are you with me on that or not?
Yeah, I am. But I'm pretty sure that if this happened later on in the year and it was a big game, they would change the tune.
Yeah, but that's not true to what they're doing, is it?
No, but they would.
Precedence. People would say, well, the precedence, you did this with Hughes in round whatever. You did this with Kennedy. You've got to do this. It would be very hard to sell. That's why you need to give yourself an out by saying all the minor offences that are a week or two that aren't intentional, you have the chance to defer a week.
Okay, but it shouldn't get to that because, as I said, they brought in the fine system for this exact reason.
Yeah.
How can... Oh, anyway. He stops in the line, the referee. Poor old Bubba Kennedy comes in.